So Lionel Messi refused to just quit football. He refused to show the world that he's just slowing down. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect LFC and we're back again with another reaction of the Club World Cup. The games are moving on quick and fast and a lot of things are happening and I'm just enjoying my time watching this Club World Cup. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of the performance? Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez trying to show that he still got it, but also what the disappointment you might find yourself in Porto, because now this group looks a bit interesting as Palmeiras and Inter Miami are number one and number two, sharing 4 points. If they're able to play their next games, what happens? Just by draws, they become five points clear of the rest of the teams, and then they win the group because El Hale versus Porto. This is gonna be an interesting game when these two meet. One of them has to win, and in that game, however they play it, if the other game does not go their way, when I mean their way in terms of draw, it's gonna be an interesting one. But let's not rush there. We have gone too far already without me actually really thinking about it, just analyzing what is happening. So of course, there's so many games which are being played right now in the Club World Cup as we're about to come to the final week of the group stages as we move on forward. And Inter Miami needed to respond in their first start of the games of the Club World Cup against El Hali, where they did not even manage to score. Oh, it's El Ali, not El Hali, El Ali, where they not even managed to score any goal. And it was a difficult game. If we remember, they tried everything they could. They were outclassed in the first half, came back in the second half, played much better, but they just could not get to the end of the game. Today, that was a bit different. Of course, a penalty was given to Porto, and we are like, okay, I get it, but one thing I have to say, the penalties of the Club World Cup are a bit, you know, too simple for my liking. I don't understand why do they have to do that, That's so simple for my liking. But second half, Mascherano's boys seems like they started playing differently the way they were doing. I was really impressed by Sergio Busquets. It's really interesting to see as much as how big he is and how old he is and how the touch of flair is still there with that playing that number six role, controlling midfield and knowing how to do the nice touches, releasing the balls, making it easier for the team to move the ball. Amazing. It's always amazing to watch him do what he does on the ball. And I think that's what was one of the things that were really exciting watching today's game. And Luis Suarez still being Luis Suarez, still fighting with the players, still fighting with the referees, just trying to get into the heads of all the people who will be participating in the game. The usual stuff that we're used to seeing, but also still being not really as good as we before, but still being very useful in terms of being forceful, putting pressure, giving so many question marks to defenders in terms of deciding what to do and how to stop it. The thing that I've also discovered with Porto, it feels like Porto are literally failing to take advantages of the opportunity that they have. Here it was they're playing a game with a literal, I think, four players who are they were performing who are very old in yeah. I don't think there's any disrespect in that. Very old, and they still just cannot find to get there. Because when you look at this team, if you look at how the team was set up, they were playing a 4-4-2, by the way. Messi and Suarez on the other side. You have Busquets playing in the middle. You have Messi playing up for Suarez. And also you also understand that whenever they are under pressure, they're being put under pressure. Messi is not going to come back down there and really defend and represent. Yes, he does it whenever he sees that he must do, but not all the time. You're never going to see Suarez keep doing these things. They are there to help going forward, and that's one thing that they've been really good at, and they still show it every single time. And you are Porto, you have so many youngsters. 90% of you, the players who are playing them, are younger than the team that was playing on the other side, and you still cannot manage to beat an Inter Miami team. That for me was disturbing to see. It was really disappointing. By the way, a good goal which was scored, I think by the what's the guy's name? I think it's called So Holder went out, I think, with an injury. I hope he will be fit. He scored an amazing goal after an assist from the guy who was playing. I think it's Tel Andre for Inter Miami. Scored an amazing goal. Then Messi does what Messi does, scoring an amazing free kick, introducing himself into this Club World Cup event, saying that this day he can still do something. And also one thing that even made this even more exciting is this. This was his 63 free kick he has scored in his career. And that is serious. That's some serious stuff because every free kick that is on those special on those rates, it almost feels like it's a penalty with Lionel Messi. You cannot blame the keeper of Porto. There was nothing that he could do there. It was just a simple perfection and amazing to see. Of course, we did see a lot of things that happened in the game. Porto trying to take advantage, trying to come back in the game, but they just could not do anything. That was the problem of today's game when it comes to Porto. They feel like they just cannot score in open play. If they don't change that, they'll continue struggling even in the game when they play against El Ali. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section because that's how the game. Palmeiras beat El Ali to move top of the group with 2 goals, by the way. That's why they're on top of the group. Then also, uh, I think those are the games of today. Yesterday, Juventus beat another team called Al Had by 5 goals to 0. Then Salzburg beat a team called the Pachuca by 2 goals to 1. And that's how things are looking like at the moment. Atletico Madrid are playing right now. They're leading by 1 goal to 0. An interesting time. PSG are going to play a team called the Bogotagov. It's gonna be a crazy one. I don't even want to predict the goals that are going to be scored there. But yeah, what can you say about the Club World Cup at the moment, people? Have you been enjoying it? What has really surprised you? What are you expecting to see going forward? What do you want to see? I'm really excited. Of course, the transfer window will be back again. I've been quiet on it. I'll be doing some covering that I'm gonna do during the weekend. So be excited, be ready for those ones because I'm gonna be covering a lot of things. But at this moment, we focus on the Club World Cup. Like the video, subscribe to the comment. I'm out. I'm your host Sam, and we will see you on another one. Peace. Subscribe to the connect.